we touched on sex a little bit, and gender identity, but there's also gender expression, which is a little bit different from gender identity. So, what is gender expression?
Gender expression is basically an external manifestation of one's gender identity. So there's a lot of ways that we can, a lot of things that we can fit into that category, such as your name, your clothing, your haircut, even vocal characteristics, basically things that are the individual's choice, which to them represent and speak to the world what their gender is. And a lot of times, specifically in Western society, we code a lot of things as being the gender expression of a man or a woman that says that I am a man, I'm a woman, such as giving girls pink clothing or boys blue clothing at a very young age. And these things are not inherently prescribed with any definition that says, oh yeah, this is absolutely the 100% standard for anyone who identifies as man. This is what you have to do and wear and say and sound like and act like. So it's all up to the individual, and it all exists on it's not constricted to just that binary. So basically, yeah, it's a form of expression, basically as any other, about something you identify with, but in this particular scope, it's what your gender is to you and how you choose to wear that and present like that to the world.
Awesome. Do you have anything to add to that? Maybe some words that go with gender expression?
I feel that gender expression is a big part of identifying with our gender. You know, if as you had mentioned, the colors, the type of clothing, and basically kind of what society throws on us as, oh, you're a man, so you wear blue, you wear a tie, you wear a suit, you wear, and then girls, oh, boys don't wear dresses, things like that. And it's really goes with how we feel inside and how we want to express that, how we want to express our gender. So there might be, and as I stated, with my gender, I identify with what I was assigned at birth. But there are moments where the masculine side takes over, and I don't necessarily want to be that femme.
We all have both sides. We both have male and feminine parts within us. What we choose to bring out is that's the story. That's basically the bottom line. What do we choose to bring out in ourselves?
Exactly. I feel like there's kind of like this line that and everyone falls kind of within that place. So here's masculine, here's feminine, and we're all kind of somewhere. I don't feel like there's any one person that is all masculine or all feminine. I feel like
I think it's best to keep that in perspective, because we need both parts. Mm-hmm. Not only individually, but as a society. We need both parts to recognize those in ourselves. We don't need to project them, per se, but we need to recognize them. And we need to live with that fact, and that's going to be a part of what helps guide us through life. It's understanding that both of these are necessary. One can't do without the other, otherwise we perish. That's the bottom line.
I think a lot of the current work in transgender activism, those community circles, is recognizing not only that right for people to claim certain characteristics within themselves and achieve that balance, but also to, for a lot of people, it means freeing themselves from the labels of this is a masculine characteristic or this is a feminine, especially across varying cultures. That's not something that I can quite accurately speak to, but that is another realm of this issue that what is considered masculine or feminine by certain standards in Western society are not global standards, and what I personally experience as in my experience as a non-binary person, as someone who's gender fluid, a lot of times people have difficulty maybe understanding that it's not that I go from girl to boy. I identify as more of female of center or woman aligned. But when I do things that I feel are outside of my more femme identity, when I'm not really in that space, it's not that I move into a masculine sort of sense of being. And if someone does feel that way, 100% fine. That's the beauty of all this and opening up these conversations and learning about these things as we get to open up a whole new world of approaching things and understanding and breaking down the great things about ourselves and what we'd like to do and how we like to express and interact with the world in a way that it's more freed from that sort of binary of male and female. That being said, the issues that affect sort of the whole wibbly wobbly ball of gender also encompass things within the binary, trans people who do identify with the binary. But yeah, no, one of the greatest things about exploring this side of things is getting that open new experience, freeing yourself a bit.